You got to open up a Coinbase account. You got to get some crypto. You got to open up a MetaMask. You got to add the certain specified chain you need to get on. You need to shop around through all these different DeFi protocols to get the best yields. Dude, just stop. Look, there's a protocol called Hawksight. Hawksight is looking to bring DeFi to the masses with an all-in-one DeFi super app. All you got to simply do is deposit USDC or a certain token, and you can automate different DeFi strategies built all into one. In today's KuCoin DigiDive, we're going to talk about Hawksight. If you guys are ready to get started trading this coin, links in the description below, you get 20% off trading fees. So now you guys kind of get a brief overview, or at least a tiny understanding of what Hawksight is. The higher level overview of Hawksight is it's a DeFi super app that's for everyone. So if you guys are looking to get started in DeFi, you don't know where to start, you don't want to shop around, this is like your one-stop shop where you simply go to this protocol, you deposit USDC, and you have different DeFi strategies you guys can use. It's almost like a Yearn Finance if you guys are unfamiliar with what Yearn Finance is. This protocol itself is mainly optimizing the yields on Solana and Terra. So these are making different investment decisions and strategies in order to maximize your profits. All right, so let's go and get into the woods. Let's go ahead and take a look at the dApp. It's not fully operational. It's still in its early stages, but there are some people who have early access. Let me show you guys the brief overview. As you guys can see here, these are just different yield optimization strategies that are being used. Say for example, you're bullish on Solana and you want to take a 2x position. Well, this strategy that they created here will allow you to take a 2 times leverage position. Or let's say for example, you're bullish a bunch of NFTs. You could be bullish GameFi, you could be bullish NFTs that are just cool looking. You could be bullish status NFTs, which are like CryptoPunks, etc. Then you can invest in an index, which will actually invest in several different NFTs. So instead of you having to say that, you have an index that already picks the best of the best for you and aggregates them and puts them all into one. So you only have to focus on one. What's my coin doing today? Up or down type of thing. Instead of, oh, CryptoPunks are up, or man, Bored Apes way down. Like, what the snap? That's how. Now you also have something like Sun and Moon Index. This is going to be different bot strategies that are actually going to take place with arbitrage. And it's going to be creating the yield off of buys and sells. So just different strategies in general. This is how Hawksight is working. So it's a pretty intuitive platform that allows the DeFi user or someone who has that hunger for DeFi or wants to get a yield. This will allow you to fill that craving in an easy way. So simply, as they advertise, easy invest and yield farm in one click, which is true. You just deposit and it does all the junk for you. Low fees, deposit and withdraw at any time, and it's secure and non-custodial. You don't have to make an account. You don't have to sign up. You don't have to log in with email. Instead, it's just with MetaMask, or in this case, it's on Solana, so it's with Phantom Wallet. Just boom, pap, connect the wallet, deposit, withdraw, whatever you need to do. What's also interesting about this protocol is, as you guys can see here in section 5 of their white paper, it says bridging mainstream DeFi adoption with our AI signal platform growth engine, which is true. So right now they have over 1.2 million individual and institutional investors via their API. So their signal platform is basically the engine that drives the scalable impact to drive adoption for DeFi on Solana and Terra. And also one other thing to note, that there is a mobile app, and this is mobile friendly and easy to use. I want to show you guys a couple of tokenomics for the Hawk token, because this is very important. I mean, just because you create a great platform, you need to have token value accrual, or the token number, well, is what it is. As you guys can see here, this is the TLDR of the flywheel that they have. You can look at all this complex junk, whatever, if you want to, but the TLDR on this, that you're going to have these different strategies and signals that are centered around this Hawk token. So all the revenue that these produce, these are going to go back and buy the Hawk token and burn it. This is the direct value accrual of the Hawk token. Yes, initially there will be some inflation. I'll show you guys this now. As you guys can see here, this is the token emissions, where you're going to have some of this due to liquidity providing. So this is going to be like staking returns and economic incentives for providing liquidity. And of course, you have token unlocks from early investors. So this is over a 60-month period, so AKA 4 years. As more and more users use Hawksight, this will translate into more token burn for the Hawk token. So if there's a low amount of tokens on the market, and if there's a lot of burning on the Hawk token itself, this will create somewhat of a supply crunch. Now, this is not saying that the inflation that you guys saw in that chart isn't going to dilute or stop that crazy price appreciation, or stop that price appreciation if there's a lot of demand for it. Here's a quick overview of the token breakdown. As you can see here, 25% went to the team, 30% to economic incentives, 20% to fundraise, and 25% to the foundation. And also, this is their vesting schedule, so you guys can see this. And out of all this, the total is 5 billion tokens, where most of them are going to the foundation, the team, and fundraising. So a big portion of it is actually owned by a couple of early adopters or the foundation itself. So I want to go ahead and summarize the use cases for the Hawk token in general. There are several functions that are involved with the Hawk token. The first one, of course, like I mentioned to you, the staking rewards and the utility of the Hawk token burn. As in, the more the protocols are profitable and making a profit, that is going to go back and buy and burn the Hawk token. Second is it's going to incentivize investors to invest in the vaults. What does this mean? Well, you stake in our vault, we'll pay you additional Hawk token. So hopefully what will happen is the initial incentivization of the Hawk tokens will create this feedback loop to where the profits they're making, because they do get a portion of the profits that are made, go back to burn the token that is emitted. They will also use the Hawk token in order to incentivize creators and other strategic vault strategies to be made. And then, of course, you have the staking rewards in the Hawk token, and you can get discounts on vault fees. And lastly, if you're staking the token, you'll actually get premium features for some of the vaults. And lastly, of course, it's governance. You can govern the protocol and determine where the protocol is heading. I want to go ahead and go back to the website and just show you guys the UI of this real quick. As you guys can see here, this is kind of how the layout would be. I would assume that some of these vaults will have the additional APR. It'll say like, hey, if you deposit in here, it'll be like 10% paid in Hawk, etc. So I assume that's what a couple of the different vaults are going to look like. But I'm sure it's going to be as easy as just clicking and depositing like they explain. You can see here it's built on the Solana blockchain, and these are just a couple of different dApps that it's going to be using its strategies on. So like using Saver, Anchor, Serum, Sunny, Terra. These are just different dApps. Well, Terra's not a dApp. Terra is a layer 1, but the other ones are dApps that are built on Solana, and Anchor is built on Terra. Here's some of their investors. They have Solana Ventures, Terraform Labs, they have NGC Ventures, they have Big Brain VC. There's a lot of big names investing in this. So what are my thoughts on this Hawksight protocol in general? Well, I think it's a really interesting concept. I know Yearn Finance did an extremely good job, especially with the vault strategies. And this caters to a lot of DeFi users that don't really understand DeFi and don't really know where to start. And this gives them a place to start. So I think it's really good as a protocol itself to gain adoption. Now, that's one of the biggest things for the Hawk token itself. More so interested in the protocol itself. And as for the token, it would really be dependent on how much growth and how much revenue they're able to churn. If they're able to churn a lot of revenue and bring a lot of demand, the Hawk token should do very well because of the buyback and burn mechanism. Now, I'm not telling anyone to buy this coin. What I'm trying to explain to you is I like the protocol. As for the token, there's dependencies on whether it gets adoption or not. I really like the ease of use, the one-click button, and everyone loves simplicity. If you don't believe what I'm saying, just look at iPhones and cell phones. They get more and more simple as time goes. Less buttons, one screen, easier to use. I mean, dude, Nobody likes confusion. They just like to, hey, this is what you do. This is it. It's done. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that KuCoin DigiDive. If you guys have not subscribed to the KuCoin YouTube channel, make sure you guys go ahead and subscribe now so you guys can get updated every time there's a new video launching on KuCoin. If you guys want to check out some of the previous videos, there's going to be some showing up now. Make sure you guys check those out. And if you guys are ready to get started trading, well, y'all know what to do. Link in the description below.